I have a list here of the favorite songs I had off your album.
Okay.
I'll tell you mine, and I'm curious to hear yours because I'm sure
Okay.
I'm sure you have some favorites, or maybe they're all your favorites. But I'm not gonna let you get away with that today. So,
Okay.
so I mean, my favorite, obviously, Suitcase. Show Me, I really liked. 365, and then Dance Forever. And I noticed, we'll get into this a little bit later, but I noticed your sound and the vibe you created with that Dance Forever song is different than the other ones. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But which of the songs on the album would you say are your favorite?
Definitely 365. Show Me for sure. And one of my favorites is Scared or Brave.
Okay.
And I say that just because that's the song. It's the most introspective, the most personable or personal. Just because it's stripped down of everything of really just like, me singing and piano, which is verbatim of how it really all started for me, singing and piano. And I felt that it was important to include that song, mainly because lyrically the song, it just talks about how, no matter who you are, there comes a point in time, like, sometimes you're scared of what it means to be brave. You second guess yourself. You are intimidated by what you see, intimidated by your peers, influenced by your peers. It's not always easy to really trust yourself, And that song is really, really something that I relate to a lot. And so it's one of my favorites. But 365, I love 365 because, I don't know, it just has a feel goodness, if I can create a word, feel goodness about it. It reminds me of good music, man. And I remember writing it and recording it. It was so fun and easy just because it took me to that space of like, the 90s and early 2000s where music just felt very, very, very good.
Right, right. Yeah, I definitely get that vibe from your overall album. It definitely has that that kind of soulful sound and that kind of like older school R&B vibe to it too. Which I think Dance Forever kind of sounds differently in a way from that. Can you describe that a little bit?
Yeah, Dance Forever, it really, really, really it really reflects, I would say, the fun, the liberal side of me. Like, I love pop music. I love dance music. I'm not a dancer, but I love to dance. I love to have a good time. And that song, it was a lot of fun because I wanted to create some form of an anthemic song that was somewhat had still a message of inspiration or something with it, but I wanted it to just really make you move. I wanted, like, when the beat came in, I wanted it to really, really, really like get in your skin and make you like want to move.
Right.
And I enjoy doing that because, again, most of my fans and supporters, I think that they were expecting, okay, it's going to be just straight soul, straight just R&B. I was like, nah, there's more to me than just that.
Right. And that's good to see that you put that on the album so people could see, you have a wide variety of things you can put out. By the way, if any of the listeners are listening and they haven't checked out your album yet, you can listen to it on Spotify. I believe it's on iTunes as well, right? And is it on Tidal too?
Yeah, it's I believe on all the major ones like Tidal, Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and I'm sure a bunch of others too. Yeah.
All right, good. So yeah, you can check out the album there. So is Dance Forever going to be kind of like foreshadowing for where you might be going in the future? Will you be going more in that direction, or are you going to? I mean, I'm sure you're going to be sticking to your roots as well. But have you thought about that? Where you go in the future?
I would definitely say yeah. I mean, not that I'm just gonna, hey, let's just solely just be pop, techno.
Yeah.
Of course, I love to experiment in those styles, But I'm always a person creatively that it's very easy for me to, I guess, somewhat push the envelope because um, I'm always influenced by an array of things. And I think as a singer, as an artist, one of my biggest, I guess, fears is to just be totally crippled into, oh, well, you just stand by a mic and just are a soulful guy all day. No, there's so many other sides to me that I want to share with people, and I think throughout the course of my artistry, I will get to do that. And I love, like, infusing styles. So Dance Forever, it had I loved it because it was pop. It had like a little breakdown where it was
Hmm.
like beatboxing, kind of like, and I want my style to always kind of be an immersion, if you will, of multiple styles. So
Right.
yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good to hear. So I have another question here. This kind of goes on the back of what your favorite song is, but
hmm
what is your favorite song to perform on the album? Or I don't know if you performed yet or if you've gone on tour yet, but
Yeah, I've done a few days. My favorite song to perform, I would say the very first record, First Love. And I say that just because First Love, it was a supporter. They told me, they were like, this is kind of like trap soul, Kmart, as some people call me for short.
uh-huh.
And trap soul is kind of like the new R&B meets trap meets soul, style
Yeah,
that I know that artists like Bryson Tiller, um, Kehlani, a lot of new faces. They're kind of bridging that between like rap and R&B music.
right.
And First Love is kind of like, I would say the one record I have is somewhat in the vein of that, kind of.
Hmm.
And it's just fun to perform because the energy, man, is there. Like, it feels like, you're turning up. It feels like lit, as everybody says. Like, it's just live, and it's a good time. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I just enjoy the energy on that. So every time I perform it, it feels like the first time I've heard it.
Okay. Wow. So do you typically on your performances do you typically go just straight down the album list, or you switch it up, put some old songs in there, or are you just gonna have to come
Um,
out to your show and see?
Well, I would say it's a blend of all of those. Like, I'm very spontaneous, so we could have a set list, and I'd be like, nah, I want to do this and switch it. But I know for the first few shows that we're playing, we're kind of like somewhat keeping it straightforward, flowing through the album, but we're infusing some other things in there just to, get people more acquainted with the song.
Right. Okay. Excellent. Excellent.